The Tulsa Race Massacre was devastating, but the story of this historic neighborhood didn't stop there.
Greenwood was rebuilt. They started rebuilding right after the massacre. We know that B.C. Franklin was an attorney. He fought for the right for us to rebuild. They wanted us to use certain type of material that was fireproof, but we knew that wasn't law. And B.C. Franklin, you know, he saved Greenwood. But when they rebuilt by 1925 fully, you gotta understand that it had a 45-year run from 1925 up until 1970. And oh, did they prosper. Oh, was it high times on Greenwood during that era.
Ultimately, Black Wall Street suffered a different kind of massacre. Over the following decades, eminent domain, urban renewal, and a highway built through the heart of this historic community completely changed the landscape. Local government officials on the city and state level all signed off on this quiet massacre. This highway is close to the Greenwood Cultural Center and the historic Vernon AME Church, where survivors hid from the carnage outside during the race massacre. Where a thriving community once stood, a college now resides, with an empty neighborhood to its west, with only stair steps to empty lots leaving any evidence of people having lived there. The historic Dreamland Theater was torn down, among other important historical establishments.
And it was the land, right? They wanted the land. They figured if we get the land, then the people can't survive. They won't be able to survive. They won't be owners, you know? And so the land is the biggest loss. It's, you know, land is key. If you got land, you have power, just as much as having money in the bank. So it took another 50 years for them to accomplish what they started out in 1921 up until 1971 when the urban renewal came in.
While Black Wall Street as it was known is gone, her spirit lives on in the many people who continue to tell her stories and fight to keep her memory alive.
Greenwood was life. It was light. You had neon lights on majority of the buildings. On Friday nights from 5:30 to 6 o'clock Monday morning, people would come down to the deep end and have a great time and go right to work that Monday morning from the deep end. So life was grand on Greenwood even after the rebuild. It's still a great place. You know, sometimes I look at it like, you know, it was the birth of Greenwood, then the rebirth, and you know, for the last 50 years, Greenwood has been like on life support. But it's gonna come back, even with the gentrification coming around it. You just have to get in where you fit in and make it happen for yourself. And I believe it's gonna be that way again. We're gonna get off life support on Greenwood and things will happen.